Akzentin die Maß.
Hello there, fellow adventurers. Today we're going to be taking a mysterious journey into Schizm. Mysterious Journey. Schizm was developed by Detalion and LK Avalon, the same team behind Rhea Face the Unknown. I have a personal affinity for Rhea as it was my very first game review. Excellent tidings indeed, my good man. There's a lot of stylistic similarities between the two games. For example, this location in Schizm is very reminiscent of the flooded city in Rhea. There was a DVD version of Schizm that I wasn't aware of, which includes a lot more material than the 5 CD version I played before. It's very rare, but fortunately I managed to find a copy on eBay with Greek subtitles with the original English dialogue.
Don't go there! You'll kill us all!
While the CD version opens with narrated text explaining the backstory, the DVD immediately throws you into an FMV cutscene of a news report featuring the two main characters Hannah Grant and Sam Maney.
We found Argilis 10 months ago. A Class A, M-type planet with clear signs of settlement. Abandoned. No one there. Just like that ship, the Mary Celeste.
If you didn't already know, the Mary Celeste was a ship which in 1872 was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean, with her crew mysteriously missing. We flash back to Sam and Hannah approaching the planet Argilis, attempting to make contact with a group of scientists who have lost contact with Earth. From their dialogue, I suspect that Sam and Hannah are actually cyborgs.
We should notify Central while we've still got the beacon.
Agreed. And ask if we can access that classified 902 now.
Okay, so right off the bat, the acting is pretty stilted, just like it was in Rhea, except that the actors aren't dubbed from Polish.
You again? But you already went through the portal.
The two pilots have to abandon ship and come down in different places on the planet. We start out as Hannah and can switch to Sam at any time, which becomes necessary later when we need to solve some puzzles using teamwork. The first thing I notice is that the DVD version looks way better than the CD, which is very grainy and pixelated in comparison. You can also explore new areas not accessible before, and are able to look up and down at the strange and beautiful alien landscape. This area of Argilis is called the Living Ships, and they really do feel alive despite the fact that they're devoid of people. Flying fish jump out of the water, giant hornets buzz around the plants, and flocks of birds fly overhead. All these details give the feeling of being on a living, breathing world.
Sir, it's quite possible this asteroid is not entirely stable.
As you begin to explore as Hannah, you witness some strange phenomena.
What's that? Sam, I'm getting something. Some optical effect.
It turns out these visions are actually the missing scientists trying to make contact.
Find the plaques. They were deliberately scattered so we couldn't get back to Bosch.
You also find these mission logs which you can access more of in the DVD version that explains more about what happened to the scientists. Schizm is first and foremost a puzzle game in the grand old tradition of Myst, and here we have to figure out the correct coordinates to make the living ship sail on to the next location. Looks real complicated.
That's got it. Sam, I'm on my way.
Oh, that was easy. Wait, where are we? Looks like we're adrift in the middle of the ocean.
Just like that ship, the Mary Celeste.
So it turns out those were the wrong coordinates.
Old ones won't work now. Old ones, the new coordinates. Please help us. We're trapped in a...
Who needs a walkthrough when you've got Ghost to help you? Just select this symbol here, and here. Ah, you know you've done something right when it asks you to insert disc 2. Now we're off to Bosch's tunnels. So let's take a ride on this living zip line. As we're taking in the view, I should mention the music at this point, which is just as fantastic and evocative as in Rhea. In the tunnels is where Hannah encounters more visions.
It's called the Wanderer because it's everywhere and is always with you. It's called the Good Servant because it will destroy itself rather than let us have it.
This is the first we hear of Martia, the Wanderer and the Good Servant, all of which are part of solving the mystery. The greatest mystery, however, is exactly who or what they are, and it's never fully explained.
Great, just what I need.
Let's switch over to Sam, who's hanging out at the balloon field. He finds the log of scientist Richard Hovis.
Whoever found this, You must get away at once. Leave immediately.
Okay, let's take his advice and get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here!
Ah, look, there's some flying machine. We just need to figure out how to inflate it.
One gas can be used, and that's 2 times stronger than the other gases in the collector.
Who needs a walkthrough when you've got Ghost to help you? Now we have control of this vessel, which I will name the Flying Fish. Just like with the living ship, you need to work out the correct coordinates, otherwise you'll get lost at sea.
Just like that ship, the Mary Celeste.
So far I feel that the puzzles haven't been overly difficult, but I have a funny feeling they're about to get a whole lot harder. Now we come to the temple that houses 2 of the most devious and cryptic puzzles that are almost on par with the final puzzles in Rhea, though as I said before, nothing can top the Tower of Hanoi. One is a sound puzzle where you have to spin these prayer wheels and match the sounds with the colours. A helpful Argelin appears unexpectedly to guide us. Wait, what was that he just said? If only I had a pen and paper. The tricky thing about this is that all but one of the sets of bells are red herrings, so you can spend a lot of time playing around with them to no avail. The second puzzle is called Hermat's Pillars. I'm not sure who Hermat is, but he's obviously some math genius, because you need to make all these calculations based on this triangle diagram. So unless you got an A+ in maths, this one will take you forever. Ah, well it's a good thing that I'm a mathematics superstar. I like how the temple connects up with the tunnels we saw earlier, and finally Sam and Hannah are reunited. Well, sort of.
Hannah, I found a way down. Now I'm close to what looks like a mechanical computer of some kind. You can't miss it.
I can see the computer, but I can't see you. What's going on?
Alien interference of some kind. Has to be.
Hello.
From here on is where I feel the game involves far too much backtracking, going back and forth between the temple and the living ships to collect enough oil to give to the Argelin priest. I got totally stuck at one point when I tried to leave in the flying fish, but it was trapped in the dock. After wandering around for a while, the Argelin priest appeared and gestured with his hands. This was actually a sign that I needed to close this door in order to release the ship. Funny how such a simple gesture could lead to this solution rather than an incredibly complex puzzle. So finally Sam and Hannah both travel to Mardia Zone, named after the enigmatic Mardia, who we still don't know much about. Maybe if we sit down and have a smoke, things will become clearer.
That untranslatable word Mardia we've been finding. It wasn't shown as a name because it's everywhere. Part of their everyday lives, like the sun and the sky.
Oh, I get it now. So Martia is like the air we breathe.
One moment it's the planet, the next it's a great treasure, the next it sounds like a guardian, even a doomsday device of some kind.
Okay, so it could be a treasure, it could be the planet, or it could be something that destroys the world?
It has to be more than just Tomlin's semi-organic defense system.
Wait, Tomlin's what? Okay, now I'm really confused. This all doesn't make much sense no matter how much I think about it. Funny thing is, all this exposition isn't even included in the CD version, so you'd be even more clueless. In Mardia Zone, we have to go in and out of these houses in a specific sequence.
Enter twice, exit once.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
When done correctly, the scene magically changes to night and looks like we've entered the Matrix judging by this character.
The decision is yours. The Wanderer or the Good Servant? Which will it be?
How in Schizm's name am I supposed to choose? I don't even know what I'm choosing.
So, that's your decision.
Wait, nobody chose anything.
Did you choose anything?
No.
Did you?
My mind is totally blank.
I didn't choose anything.
So without even knowing it, we chose the Wanderer, which is apparently this egg-shaped rocket that contains a mysterious ball that somehow activates the living ship so that it takes off into space. Hello there, fellow adventurers. It's AGG from the future, here to talk about the ending of this game and finally get the answers to some of our mysterious questions.
Hannah, Sam, I'm Angela Davis. The real Angela Davis.
Oh great, the real Angela Davis is going to explain everything to us. Who's Angela Davis again?
Well, you did it. We're all back. You convinced Martia we're worth knowing.
Well, thank you, the real Angela Davis. It took a lot of puzzle solving and a degree in maths, but we did it in the end. What did we do exactly?
The good servant is now the wanderer. The part of itself Martia is sending home to meet humanity face to face.
So, do you mean that the good servant is the same as the wanderer? Or that the good servant turned into the wanderer somehow? And what was that about meeting humanity?
Maybe you worked it out. Maybe I'm letting you know what you did and yet never knew.
Eh?
One last thing. The planet was never deserted at all. And the ghosts, all the ghosts, Tomlin, Hovis, yes, apparently even me, were Martia.
What?
Now you've got another important job to do. Safe voyage to the three of you.
The three of us? There's Hannah and Sam, that's two. So who's the third person? Oh, I get it. It's us. We're the third person. We're a part of the mysterious journey as well. We're like Bastion in Neverending Story. We just have to believe in fantasy. We need to call out the princess's name.